100 days in hardcore Minecraft. It doesn't sound like much, but in reality, 1 day in Minecraft is equal to 20 minutes in real life, and if you add up all the days, it makes a total of 33 hours of Minecraft gameplay. If you are unaware of what hardcore Minecraft is, well, it's a game mode in Minecraft in which you only have one life, and if you die, every single thing you've done on that beautiful Minecraft world is lost. So you can make a ton of progress in those 100 days. That is, if you don't have a common habit of dying, like me. I attempted this so many times and made it past halfway in most of them, but I of course died. And to make this an even harder challenge, we are going to be doing this in an amplified Minecraft world, where the terrain generation makes stunning mountains everywhere, reaching the build limit and easy to misplace a step. But let's not think negatively at the start of all of this. It's just 100 days, how hard can it be? This video took weeks and weeks to make, so if you do enjoy, maybe consider hitting that big rectangular subscribe button. It would honestly mean the world to me. Anyway, I appreciate every one of your faces just watching the video, so I really hope you like it, and let's hope I can survive 100 days. I created the world for day 1 and saw the terrain was looking pretty epic. I punched the abnormal amount of trees, too. Made a pickaxe, then I got some stone, coal and more tools. I got my wooden boat and started looking for something, and to my luck I found an abandoned nether portal with armour, as well as a shipwreck with more cool loot. I then carried on looking for a place to call home before coming across a jungle and a village. I took all I could find from the villagers. Sorry villagers, but I value my survival over yours. Plus you're annoying. I then slept. On the second day I got a villager in a boat and found a nice hill. I decided to put my starter base here. I placed all my stuff in a chest, placed some seeds down and trapped the villager. Honestly, these villagers are so dumb. No offense villagers. I then went caving. I wish I could say I was confident, but if I'm honest, I was terrified a mob would jump out at me. I lived though. I smelted my iron and made a shield bucket and armour. I was looking fancy now. On the night of day 3, I got more advancements. I killed an iron golem like the speedrunners do and took another villager home and went to get some wood. On the way to the spruce forest I came across a shipwreck with diamonds and then an underwater nether structure with random loot that I honestly don't need, but I took it anyway. I gathered spruce wood, mossy cobble and berries before heading home with the turtle back to the hill. Day 4, 5 and 6 I started building. I collected wood for the house before placing a long stairway around the hill. I didn't have enough spruce wood to put a border around them, so the rule of the stairway is always have a water bucket in hand, in case you fall off. Once I got to the top, I made the house. All through the night I tried organising my storage system, and I managed to get it done. Day 7 started with me taking a trip across the ocean. It was boring, yes, but with the help of some dolphins with super swimming speed, I found land. And on the land were animals. I got a sheep in a boat as well as a chicken before taking 2 sheep home. Day 8, and I wanted to go exploring for something new. I was sailing in my boat when I found an amazing coral reef. These honestly do look super cool. I gathered some oak and birch saplings and explored some underwater structures, as well as a shipwreck. I then came home. The next day was day 9, and of course I had to travel across the ocean again. I did this weird move that I thought would look cool, but just no. I found some pigs, and the only reason I wanted them is because they're cute, and everyone loves pigs. I brought the chicken home, then I went back for the 2 pigs, and on the journey back with the second pig, I came across this guy. I had a fierce battle with him before, he dropping 1 gold and 1 rotten flesh. I'd brought all the animals I needed to my home, except for the cows. Day 10, and of course I had to travel across the ocean. Again, it's my favourite trend nowadays. Anyway, I got a tree down because I needed spruce wood, and then searched for cows because they were the final animals I needed. Then I saw it, a mushroom island. I killed as many cows as I could before doing the boring trip across the ocean. It was actually really boring though, it took me a whole night to bring 1 cow. Day 11 and 12 I spent cave exploring. I'm the luckiest person ever. They always say don't dig straight down, and I know why. I almost dug straight into lava, 1 block away to be exact. I found a mine shaft and gathered cobwebs and rails. I eventually, after about a day of exploring, came home, and this is what I got. I realised I didn't have any coal because I used it on torches, so I couldn't smelt my resources, but luckily I had smelted some iron down there and had enough to make full iron armour. Day 13, I bred my animals and dug a massive hole in the ground. This was basically my mine entrance. I also fixed some cave systems on the way down. Day 14, I fixed up my paths and mined out the bottom layer of my hill. This was where a barn was gonna go. By day 15, I constructed the barn-like cavern place where the animals go and moved them all in. I don't think I can call it a barn really, but what else do I call it? Day 16 and 17 I spent mining. I saw a minecart chest with random loot and then started mining. I feel it is boring to watch, but relaxing to do it. Sadly, no diamonds. Day 18, I realised one of my villagers had died, so I moved across the lake and went to the village. I also wanted a cat, so I slaughtered many fish, and after a lot of chasing, managed to tame 2. They also made a baby. Day 19, I started by putting the villagers in a small space. Let's hope they're not claustrophobic. I spent the rest of the day just chopping trees. And I got a lot of saplings as well. Day 20, I wanted to add a building on my hill. I spent a whole day on this one building. I guess it's okay. On day 21, I collected sand because I needed glass. And when I say I needed glass, I mean I needed like 2 pieces and not stacks and stacks. Anyway, I got a lot of sand. Then on day 22, I put something in that building I constructed. And in there, I decorated a cavern for a wheat patch. Day 23 and 24 I went mining because, let's face it, I needed more diamonds. I jumped down into the hole and the second I started mining, and I mean the second, I found those shiny blue rocks. I guess it made up for my bad luck last mining trip. I also found more diamonds on day 24. Day 25 I wanted to construct one of those small buildings again, this time for a mini carrot cavern. I was limited with space though. The hill is starting to turn out more lively. Anyway, on day 26 I just did base work. I planted crops, breeded animals and cut wood because I love wood, it's just good. Day 27, I needed a nether portal and an enchantment table, so I crafted my first diamond pickaxe and went down to the mines to collect obsidian. I then made the enchantment table and made a path to the future enchanting cavern. On day 28, well, you can guess, we made the bridge to where the enchanting setup was going to go. Day 29, it was time to venture into the nether. I placed the obsidian, lit it, and stepped inside. The minute I spawned in, I put a cobblestone box around my portal. I then headed out to look for a structure, and to my luck, I found a bastion. I decided it was too dangerous to look inside it with the piglin brutes, so I looked for a fortress. By day 30, I finally saw one and bridged towards it. I looked around and came across the blade spawner. I killed all the blades I could see, and if I didn't have my shield, I was 100% dead. I got down to 2 hearts, but I'm still alive. I then went in search for nether wart. I found a diamond in a chest, and I saw not 1 but 2 nether wart rooms. I grabbed the red warts and sprinted out for my life, also gathering quartz on the way home. Day 31, and I quickly made a nether wart cavern and chopped down the rest of the trees. Look, I don't have a wood addiction, I just like wood. Day 32, I wanted to expand the front of my base, so I started making a dirt platform, and I didn't have much dirt, so I went and got some. And whilst doing so, I befriended a spider, killed a chicken, and got quite scared. Day 33 was the day we made the platform, and what did I want to put on here? Well, I wanted to put all my trees. Still, I don't have a wood addiction. I wanted to put my trees in here to make them easier to farm. Then on day 34, I put a fence around where my trees were going to go. I started work on a bridge on day 35, and this bridge was going to take me across the ocean to where the future villager setup was going to be made. Day 36, I got my gold and headed to the nether. again, because I wanted to do the piglin trading thing. I got good stuff like leather and fire resistance from it, but sadly no ender pearls. Day 37, I honestly don't know what I did. I got a bow and tested my new spectral arrows, and I shot the turtle bow and lost the turtles. Day 38, I moved the villagers around and worked on an entrance to a villager setup and trading hall. Day 39, I started work on designing the villager breeder. Day 40, I realised my villagers had disappeared. I think a zombie may have turned them into zombie villagers and then they burned in the sun. Why are villagers so annoying? I went to the village and got 2 back, and got them in the breeder area. Day 41 to 44, I worked all on the villagers. I worked on the design of the breeder, adding glass to make it look better, as well as the beds and soul sand elevator for the babies to walk into. I started work on the trading hall as well. By day 44, I watched the villagers and waited for a villager. Day 45, and I had my first villager and put him in his slot. I then started mining out an area for a melon and pumpkin farm. Day 46, I made all the contraptions I needed for this thing and carried on clearing it out. Day 47, I got some dirt and also started designing it and mining it out more. Day 48, I went to the Nether to collect gold for powered rails and fell quite high, and I'm so surprised I lived. I'm very relieved. Anyway, I got this from my Nether trip. Then on day 49, I started work on it, but didn't get it all done. Day 50, well, I had to stop working for day 50, apart from trading with my villagers. I had a quick look around my base with shaders, and I like it at the moment. I was only halfway there though, so I had 50 days left to survive and a lot of work to do. Day 51, and I finished off the melon and pumpkin farm. It works okay at the moment, but at least I have an automatic farm now. Day 52, I got a farmer villager, and that's about it. Day 53, I saw the big mess of trees and removed all of them because it didn't look very nice. I got all this wood as well. And day 54, I finished off the trading hall. It was small, but at least I had a place to put 3 more villagers. Day 55, I put bamboo in the fenced area because bamboo makes sticks and sticks can be turned into emeralds. I also moved villagers into their new homes, getting a cleric. Day 56, I did more trading with the villagers. I got a cleric and I got more emeralds. I also got a diamond pickaxe. Day 57, I used that diamond pickaxe wisely and went mining. I went mining mainly for iron and gold, but also found some diamonds as well. Day 58, I smelted my resources and got the ender pearl trade from the cleric dude, as well as diamond armor. Day 59, I did some brewing of weakness potions for villager conversions and stuff. I also farmed bamboo and a lot of it. I basically just carried on getting stacked through villages. Then I came into my villager area to find them converted by zombies. I quickly killed the zombie, who had actually been quite helpful to me, and then converted the villagers, also using my only golden apples. I managed to convert them though. Day 60, I moved the converted villagers next to the melon farm as farmers, and they did an OP trade of 1 pumpkin for an emerald. Day 61, I carried on trading, and the Ender Dragon fight was coming ever so closer. And day 62, I made the Eyes of Ender and got the things I would need for the fight. By the end of day 62, I was ready to fight the dragon. Day 63, I had everything I needed for the Ender Dragon fight. I enchanted my diamond sword and threw the Ender Eye. I took one last look at my base, and who knows, it may be the last time I ever see it. travelled far and wide. Using another eye and that unfortunately breaking. I found a coral reef and a dark oak forest. After sleeping, I threw the eye one last time and it went a different way, so I just dug straight down and found it. I explored it and it had many rooms. Finally, I found the end portal thing. Putting the eyes of Ender in it, I was ready to go inside. With the last final shot, I had defeated the Ender Dragon. I got the dragon egg and headed back home. The rest of day 65 I headed home in a boat and wondered what I could do for the next 30 days. I could start work on my mega base, make some more automatic farms, or even do some advancements. Day 66 I made some concrete and started making a foundation for my first tower of my mega base. Far away it looked quite small, so it requires a lot of resources. Day 67 I realised my enchants were quite bad and needed leather, so I wanted a holding farm which would give me leather. I went down to the mines to get obsidian and went in the mine shaft mainly for iron. Day 68 I spent all day getting the other resources I would need, also going to the Nether to get those blue mushrooms. I then went to the top of the Nether roof above the Crimson Forest. I managed to get on the roof using the Ender Pearl trick and I made a portal there. Day 69 lol. I started work on the Hoglin farm. By the end of day 69 I finished off the Hoglin farm and it was pretty easy to be fair. I built a platform high up in the air and AFK'd all of day 70. I came down about 30 minutes later and had a lot of pork chop and leather, very cool. On day 71 I made a manual sugarcane farm. It looked bad but I needed paper. Day 72 I realised that I shouldn't start my mega base yet because I didn't have good enough gear. I wanted a gunpowder farm for rockets and TNT, so I collected some of the resources I'd need for that farm. Day 73 I headed out into the ocean looking for a big enough island for this creeper farm. I found the perfect one and put all my items there. Day 74 I made another portal and went back home. When I got home I made 2 diamond shovels and tried getting good enchants on them. I then headed back to the island to mine out the island. The rest of day 74 and the whole of day 75 I mined out the island until it was flat enough. I also got lots of dirt and cobble, which is cool. I find these time lapses are really satisfying to watch. Day 76 and 77 I made the base and item collection of this creeper farm. Now I'm not the greatest at automatic farms and this was my first ever creeper farm, so I was using a tutorial for it. Shout out to Shulkercraft for designing all the automatic farms I used. I'll link the video tutorials in the description. I also had to get magma from the Nether. Day 78 I got the resources for the second part of this creeper farm. This really does take a lot of time. Then the rest of day 78 and 79 I built the platforms for this farm. And if you saw in the time lapse, it involved redstone, which I'm a big noob at. Day 80 I got the final resources I needed for the farm. I had to go back and forth to transport them. Day 81 I headed to the spruce forest and chopped down tons of trees. I needed 12 stacks of logs for the trapdoors. I then went home on day 82, made the trapdoors and headed out to the creeper farm. The rest of day 83 I added the roof to the creeper farm, and then I realised I made a massive mistake. I made the platforms too big, which was very annoying. I'd finished it luckily by day 84 and AFK'd the whole day. I came down and it turned out there was a spider farm as well. I got all this, which is pretty good for about 15 minutes of AFKing. I then AFK'd again and hey look, there's me. I got all this by day 86 and headed home. I farmed some sugarcane, made 17 bookshelves because I'm rich now, and enchanted my diamond tools. I got fortune 3 on a pickaxe and combined 2 diamond swords to get this really good one. Day 87 I just did base work. I traded with villagers, brewed potions and prepared for the next trip. And that next trip happened on day 88 where I went down into the nether depths for debris. I crafted TNT and headed down. I got 13 in total and had some close calls. I came back up on day 90 and had 3 netherite ingots. Day 91 I got my treasure maps and went out adventuring. I found 1 buried treasure as well as a shipwreck. Day 92 I found a dark oak forest and started chopping down as much wood as I could. I also found a cow and brought that cow home on day 93. I didn't have much time to start any new big projects, so I used up a diamond pickaxe and went mining, as well as fortuning the ores. While I mine, I would just like to mention my Twitch channel. I have tons of cool live streams planned over there, and we'll be live streaming 200 days there too. And even more self-promotion, I have a Discord that you can join and be notified when I upload and go live, and have a chance of being videos. All of this will be in the description. Anyway, back to the last few days. I came up on day 95 to find pillagers storming my land. I killed all of them. Day 96 I just did some chill fishing and got, well, fish of course. Day 97 I farmed and bred my animals. This took me back to the first days of the world. Day 98 I just did base stuff, mainly trading with villagers. Day 99 I still did base stuff and was ready for the 100th day. So I tried to look for a sunrise, but the stupid big mountains were blocking it, so I imagined there was one. I slept for the final time and then it was day 100. This journey has honestly been so cool, and I've done stuff I never thought I could have done. Knowing me, I thought I would have died, but somehow I survived 100 days of amplified hardcore. The final thing I want to say to all of you watching is thank you. Thank you for just watching the video, it means so much to me. Anyway, you have a great and amazing day, and I'll hopefully see you in 200 days.